Hello friends, in the present video, we will discuss about the sieve analysis and the sedimentation analysis. In the previous video, we have already discussed that sieve analysis will be applicable if your size of the particles are greater than 75 micron. And sedimentation analysis is applied for the particles if they are having size less than 75 micron. Now, in the today's class, let us see how can we find out that. Let us see how can we do the sieve analysis. So if you recall in the experiments what we have done in your college course, there will be some sieves of different sizes and they will be placed one over the another depending upon their sizes, and we will place all the soil over the top sieve, and then we will apply some vibrations. After some time, we will take the soil retained on the each sieve and then we will weight it and then we will percentage it. So that is what the percentage of the soil retained on the particular sieve. So let us say we are having a different size of sieves placed one over the another. And let us assume that at last we will have some pan. Why pan will be placed at the bottom? If the size of the particles are less than 75 micron, that means what about the size of the last sieve? That is nothing but 75 microns. So if any soil that is passed through 75 micron, then that will be retained in this pan and this soil will be taken and we will conduct the sedimentation analysis. So let us take the weight of the soil. Let us say you are considering W weight of soil and we have placed on the top of the sieve analysis. And then the topmost sieve will have the size of 4.75 mm, and gradually the size will decrease and the last size will be nothing but a 75 micron, 4.75, 2.36 mm, like that. Let us say the soil that is retained on this 4.75 W1, similarly the soil retained on the 2.36 mm W2, like that. In every sieve, every size of the sieve we will have in some soil is retained. So we will take this each sieve, we will measure it, and then we will represent in terms of the percentage. Let us say we are representing that values on the table. Let us say first represent the size and then percentage of soil retained, and also we can say it as a cumulative percentage, and also we can say it as a percentage final. Let us assume that, let us arrange all these sieves in a decreasing order, 4.75 mm, 2.36 mm, like that it will go on decrease, and at last we will have the 75 micron. So as we have discussed, let us assume that the percentage of the soil retained, how can we find out? On 4.75 mm, what is the soil that is retained? W1. So how can we find out the percentage? Let us say nothing but a W1 is the soil retained on the sieve divided by total weight of the soil we have collected multiplied by the 100. Let us say this value is nothing but a P1. Similarly, how can we find out the percentage retained on the 2.36 mm? Let us represent it as P2. What is the soil that is retained on the 2.36 mm? W2. So how can we find out the percentage? W2 divided by W multiplied by the 100. Right? So this is what the retained. Then what about the cumulative? We will add one over the another. So directly we will have P1 here. So here P1 up to this level, what about the soil percentage retained? P1 plus P2. So like that it will go on increase. And what about the percentage final? Detect this percentage with minus 100. 100 minus P1. Similarly here 100 minus of P1 plus P2. So like that again it will go on decrease. So let us see this in terms of the values. Suppose let us say we are talking about the size and also we are talking about the percentage retained. I'm just rewriting the table again. And here I am saying it is a cumulative, and here I am repeating it as a percentage final. Okay, let us assume that I am considering only two sieves. Okay, just for the understanding purpose I am considering two sieves. Let us assume this is the 4.75 mm sieve, and here it is nothing but a 75 micron sieve. Let us say that I am considering total weight of the soil, I am considering it as 1,000 grams. Out of the 1,000 grams, 600 grams are retained on the 4.75 mm, and let us say 300 grams is retained on the 75 micron. And at last we are having some pawn, isn't it? So out of the 1,000, 600 plus 300, how much? 900. So what is the remaining? In last pawn we are having 100 grams. So in 4.75, what about the size we are considering? 4.75 mm, and also we are considering the 75 micron. What is the percentage retained? On 4.75 mm, how much soil is retained? 600. What about the total soil weight? 1,000. So what about the percentage? 600 divided by 1,000. How much percentage it will be? 60%. Is there any sieve above the 4.75 mm? No. That's why here also it will be 60%. And what about percentage final? That is nothing but a 100 minus 60. That will be equal to 40%. So how can we understand? That means if you are taking 100% of the soil, out of the 100%, 60% will be retained on the 4.75 mm, and 40% of the particles are having size less than the 4.75 mm, isn't it? Similarly, let us talk about the 75 micron. What is the percentage? Weight retained is 300, total weight is 1,000. How much percentage it will be? 30%. And what about the cumulative? Above this, how much percentage is there? 60. So here it will be 60 plus 30. So how much it will be? 90%. And what about the percentage final? 100 minus 90. That will be is equal to 10%. So what can we understand here? So out of the 100%, 30% of the soil that is retained on the 75 micron. And what about this 10% is? So 10% of the soil particles are having the size less than the 75 micron, isn't it? So if 40% of the particles are less than the 75 micron, 70.4.75 mm, 10% of the particles are having the size less than 75 micron meter. So these terms we have to understand them physically. Then only we will able to solve some of the problems and we won't commit the mistake. Okay, this is very, very important table. Percentage final and percentage retained. Very, very important. Okay, this is how we will do the CV analysis. Okay, now what about the remaining soil that passes through the 75 micron? The soil will be tested or will be analyzed by using the sedimentation. So let us talk about the sedimentation analysis. Already this sedimentation analysis you guys have studied in the environmental engineering. So here also sedimentation, that means what? The soil particle sediment, that means the soil particles are settling down. If you are giving some time, that means if you are not disturbing the water, there will be some particles in that will be settled down if you don't disturb them. So that mean if your particles are having less than 0.7075 micron meter, those oil particles will be placed in the water and you will allow them to settle. So depending upon the size of the particle, they will take some time to settle down. Depending upon that time, we will find out the size of the particle. Okay. So that's why this is nothing but indirect method. If it is a sieve analysis, directly we are knowing the size of the particle, but here indirectly, depending upon the time taken to settle down, we are indirectly finding the size. That's why we are saying it is an indirect method. And this method is based on the Stokes law. Okay, now that means you will take still water and then you will drop some soil particles, and then you will allow them to settle. So depending upon the size of them, they will take some time to settle down, or else depending upon the each particle, it will having some settlement velocity. Depending upon the settlement velocity and the time taken to settle down, we will find out the size of the particle. So in general, we will use that settling velocity is nothing but a g by 18 into s minus 1 into d square divided by gamma. Vs is nothing but a settlement velocity, acceleration due to gravity. S is nothing but a specific gravity of the particle, and d is nothing but a diameter of the particle, and gamma is nothing but a kinematic viscosity. So from this relation, we can say that your settling velocity is directly proportional to the d square. That means the more dia of the particle, the more will be the settling velocity. So whatever this equation, this is valid only if your dia of particle, only valid if your dia of soil particle, that will be in the range between 0.2 micron to 0.2 mm. So if your dia of ranges will be in this range, then only we can apply the sedimentation analysis. Okay. And also we will use some other method, that is nothing but a hydrometer method. So by using hydrometer, we will do the sedimentation analysis. And also we will use the pipette method. These two are the methods used for the sedimentation analysis, hydrometer method and the pipette method. And these two methods are based on the Stokes law. So coming to the sedimentation analysis, if you can learn this much, then that is more than enough. Okay. Thank you.